These flowers are Dianthus, Chinensis by barbatus. My husband calls them candy because they're kind of like a candy cane. At least this one is. Often they look more like that one there. Sometimes I inadvertently call them phlox because they stay short like phlox. They usually are one of the first things to bloom in my yard, and they stay blooming, which I absolutely love. And these have been here a very long time. I think they started in our front yard and got moved back here, and they just keep coming back every year. So the family is the Caryophyllaceae. Whew, that's a mouthful. It's called the pink or carnation family. Now, these are often, I always call them Dianthus, but they're also often just called pinks. And I have a whole lot of purple in my yard, I realize, since we've been redoing our gardens. And so I actually just bought 2 more. We'll look at those. This one says Cahori Dianthus, and it looks like this. I'm going to be planting them soon. And this one says Delilah Bicolor Magenta Dianthus, and it looks like this. So I want to add some more pink color. I do have some Wild Sweet William blooming right here. I also have Mr. Frog guarding them. The name Dianthus is from the Greek word di, of Zeus or Jove, and Dios, which is God or divine, and Antho, which means flower, and together they mean Jupiter's flower or divine flower. Now when they're done blooming, I'll just take a pair of scissors and give them a haircut, and they'll bloom again at the later in the season. So if I let the flowers die back and then give them a haircut, I can just put those dead-headed with the seed in it down on the ground. Actually, you see, oh yeah, look, from last year, bunch of little babies coming up. You see them? So they also spread that way. I've also read that they spread because they're perennial, but I'm not sure whether they spread by seed only or whether they're perennial. Look, here's some more seeds from last year coming up. They have 5 petals that have fun crimped or serrated edges, making it hard to distinguish where one petal ends and another begins. Let's see if we can figure this out. Well, whoops, yeah, that's right. So there's 1 petal, 2, 3, 4, and I guess this one that's gotten in the middle is 5. But you see, you look at this one, it's very hard to tell where one begins and one ends. It looks like just a big serrated circle. I don't know why I confuse these with phlox at all. So we can, oh, there's a plane flying overhead. There were motorbikes going down the road earlier. I have so much trouble with noise in my yard. But you see the leaves are like a lance-shaped leaves. The moss phlox, which I forgot to give a haircut, is now growing. It's too late for a haircut. It's definitely fern-like. But just to confuse myself some more, there was actually some moss phlox in here. You can see some remaining flowers. But this is Coreopsis, which is very much like moss. So I do have trouble telling between the Coreopsis and the moss phlox, unless this is also moss phlox. Maybe it is.